Alrighty. Come on, load. We know you can do it. Good morning, everyone. We are doing another day of Pagans play. Well, this week we are playing Hades. So let me go in and grab our guest. Hold on, where's my mic? Boop, there we are. Okay, so we are live. Anything that you can say will be used against you for the hilarity of the Hellenic Herald community. I need to say that 3 times fast. So we have DatWeirdPerson. Say hi.
Hello.
Oh, you got a lot softer for some reason. Are you further from your mic?
Does it sound better now?
Wait, say again?
Does it sound good now?
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Okay, cool.
I should also just turn my volume up. Alright, so let's see here. So give us your intro. Say hi. Who are you?
Hi. I'm that weird person, or like Taylor or whatever. I'm an ominous pagan. I've been a part of the community for about a year now. Yeah. I run a Ko-Fi recently for readings, but I also do lots of free readings. So yeah, that's me.
As Victoria goes and looks through all the bazillion channels. There's so many more channels than like a lot of people can see. Like there's a lot of most of the channels people can see, but there's a bunch of other channels for back end stuff. And so I'm always scrolling, and I always scroll right past what I'm looking for. Let me see here. Where's your? There it is. I found it. Boop. Put that in the link there and go to, where are we? Can I just boop, boop. There we are. Put it in that text too. And actually let me change the channel status on this. So I was also going to stream into the, so that you can see what I'm doing. I mean, you can also join on YouTube or TikTok, but we're here. And I need to see the chat. I have too many things I always want to like play with and put up and fix and double check. So I'm always opening and closing stuff. So how long? You said you've been with have you really been in here for only like a year?
It feels it's like 2 years, but like I think it's a year actually.
Not like one of us has the power to check that. Okay, well, yes. So it was September of 2024 that you joined. So yeah.
Yes, I can't do math that year.
I can't do. I choose not to do math because I grew up with every teacher I ever had saying, "You're not gonna have a calculator in your pocket." Yeah. Now what, Mrs. Gray? Now what? We have calculators, encyclopedias, and I have an alert in the game. Ooh. So the last time I played this was the first time I won.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was on stream. It was amazing. Pick was there.
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Oh wow. Okay, now that is really low volume. So you've been here for a year, but how long have you been let's go, how long have you been Hellenist?
Actually, this was like one of the first communities I joined when I was not even Hellenist, but interested in Hellenism. Whoop. So it's about a year. Yep.
Whoop. That's awesome. And so before, I guess, Hellenist, were you generally pagan, or were you of one of the main religions? Backtracking you here.
Technically, I grew up Catholic, but we never went to church, so I didn't really grow. I'm not really Catholic, so I was actually agnostic, atheist.
My family, we didn't really go to church that much, but my dad went and got like his reverend hood online, and then was like, we're our own church. And I was like, what difference did that make? But, excuse me. All right, looks like I've got all the darkness I want anyway. Well,
yeah. Damn, you maxed out everything.
Yeah, I don't really use this thing though. That's the problem.
Mm.
I don't use the infernal soul stuff, but
I feel different.
yeah, that was. Let's see, how many times did it take before I? Yeah, that's about right. Just over 100 attempts. How many hours did I play of this before I won? Have you played?
Took me a while too. Yeah, I've played. Yeah.
Where's my Steam? Oh, 120. Yeah, over 100 attempts and 100 hours. That's exactly. Yep, that sounds right. So let me ask you this: which is your favorite? What do you have? I pretty much. I always say like I worship the Greek gods like individual, like not individually, but pretty equally. I don't have like a matron or a patron. Do you have a matron, patron, or specific deity that you work with or worship more? And then, which is your are they also like your favorite character in the game?
Ah, okay.
See, it's a double. It's both like because. I mean, some of the depictions for the gods are just amazing in this game. They've done like a really good job.
I love.
And a lot of people, yeah, a lot of people think they're really cool like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna represent the one that you want. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
No, I'm getting flashbacks.
I'm trying to remember how to fucking do the. Oh, it's Bull Rush, then... Okay. Okay, whatever. I figured it out. It's Bull Rush and then that.
Yeah.
Time for play. So, yeah.
Looks like Father's changed the terms of our relationship.
Oh, shit! There's something new!
Yeah, oh, yeah, the Pact of Punishment. Yeah, once you finish the game, you can, like, add on, like, make stuff to make it harder.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, like, I think you can, like, I mean, there's all the options will be there.
Ooh.
And you can get more stuff if you add on more.
I'm like sitting and like actually reading this. So tell me your answer. Haha.
I mainly worship. I feel like I am kind of the same way that you say, where I try to give equal worship, but I do have I guess you could call him my patron, Lord Dionysus. And I also closely worship with Lord Hermes, but I wouldn't. He's not my patron. But as for my favorite character, I have to say I do really like how they depict Dionysus.
Dionysus is great in this. I love it.
And the voice actor is amazing.
Oh my god, I agreed. Hey Zach, babe. I love it.
I do like Hermes too, just not my favorite.
I honestly, I agree. I don't love Hermes' depiction in the game. Why is it still black? Why isn't it showing it? Oh, it was just mid-scene transition. I was looking at the stream, and I'm like, why is it black? Because I will forget all the time to like double check that shit. And of course,
yeah.
Let me just move this over here so I can actually see on the actual stream. Or I'll mute myself and I'll forget to unmute myself, which is much more common than I'd like to admit. But yeah, I think Hermes' depiction in the game isn't my favorite.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I appreciate him for what he is.
I appreciate him for his gifts in the game.
I wasn't expecting the way to depict the meter, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but like I wish they didn't make her seem like such a Stereotype shrill mother-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, we get it. She's the stereotype mother-in-law. Fine. Do we have to? Can we anything else? Mm-hmm.
I think out of the main three, like meaning like freaking what is it? Lord Zeus, Lord Poseidon, and Lord Hades.
Mm-hmm.
I think Zeus is pretty good in this one.
Zeus is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like the voice, and his attitude is like kind of accurate, at least with my interactions with him.
Yeah, I like the way they depict Zeus in this one as well. Actually, oh shoot, I forgot. I was gonna try. Do you know that today we're having like a planetary alignment thing?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like I think it's all or almost all the planets are aligned.
Oh, really?
The reason I remember
How
that.
often does that happen?
Not often. Let me see here.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Planetary alignment. Let's see. February 26th? Today's 26th? 28th.
Yes.
I'm getting the information. So, okay. It's not all it's not all the planets. It is Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Neptune, Uranus, and Mercury.
Wow.
And most of it will be visible to the naked eye.
Oh, wow.
But it is more seen in the western sky than so. I'll have fun tonight.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't have a
telescope.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have a telescope, but yeah. But yeah, the reason I thought of that was because the way that they depict Zeus in this reminds me of the way that Zeus is depicted in Hercules, in Disney's Hercules.
Oh wait, no, yeah, wait.
Right?
No, I see it now.
Yep, and it just gave me that when the planets align. I'm just like, okay,
when the planet.
So good.
I will say that I wasn't expecting like Lord Poseidon to be so like because when I started playing this before I started worshiping, but like now that I've had interactions with Lord Poseidon, yeah, he's so I was about to say he's so jovial.
Yes.
Like, but he's for me at least he's not super serious, but he's like I just don't get that vibe from him.
Dude, his vibe looks. It looks like he's from California. He's like an old California surfer dude.
A surfer dude, but like without the accent, basically.
Yes. Okay. So we have a choice between Dionysus and money. I think that's money. So
yeah, money.
I'm always after money, and after money and health, but I also Dionysus' stuff is really good. Dionysus, I like his.
Yeah, I would say to go for Dionysus. I love his the effects
boons.
that he has. I always actually I think my first like win I got like was with all his boons basically.
Nice. Victoria steps into a room and is like, "Hold on, let me check something while I'm." So, what does your... Oh, I knew I was gonna get my butt kicked on that one. What does your practice look like, I guess, on the regular, on a day-to-day?
Okay. Well, I'm trying to, like, schedule it better because I'm not the best at time management.
Me neither.
But, you know, I actually, like, my plan right now is to keep it, like, once a week, I dedicate a whole day just to, like, or, like, a whole day or, like, a space of time in that day for me to, like, say my prayers to all the main gods I worship and do some divination. And that's actually today, so that'll happen later.
Nice.
Yeah, but in the day to day, if I feel like it, then yeah, I'll do some nightly or morning prayers. Yeah, but I'm trying to like set time, like more time aside because I'm such a busy person.
They always say if you want something done, give it to a busy person.
Literally.
Okay. So what did you find, I think, since you're also a little newer, I don't know. We say that, but time means nothing in practice because, like, there are people who have been, like Hellenists probably less time than me, but know considerably more just because, like, I mean, for example, I'm not the most academic person. Although I do hope to, like, actually go and take religious studies.
More numbskulls?
Numbskulls, is that what we're calling them?
Lights out.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were called numbskulls. That's so funny. But since you started recently, what is the most I guess surprising thing that you've learned in, I guess, since you started practicing Hellenism?
I mean, like, define surprising. There is this one myth that came to mind, but I'm not sure I could share it.
This channel's marked mature, so.
Okay, so I think I could. Okay,
yeah, I smoke weed on here regularly. It's kind of, in fact, I haven't smoked this morning. Let me catch up while you tell us a tale.
So, it's one of Lord Dionysus's myths where he's going on a journey to go save his mom from the underworld. And so he goes to the entrance, and then I think there was some guy there, and he was like, "Yo, could you help me?" And he was like, "Yeah, but only if you have sex with me." And he was like, "All right, when I come back, we'll do that." Oh my god,
that's so funny. I don't know why I didn't know that part of the story.
And he was like, "Okay, when I come back from saving my mom, we'll do it." And he was like, "Okay." And so after he goes through the whole journey, he comes back, but then the guy died. And he's like, "Damn it, he's dead." So what Dionysus does instead to keep his word, is that he what's it called? He carves a dildo in the shape of his like dick. And he does it himself, and I find it so funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He was the creator of like sex toys.
That's awesome. So the reason I was like, oh, that's funny, is because I heard that story. I heard that part. That's I had heard the thing of like, oh yeah, he made a toy just to like keep his promise, like, and did it on the grave of the guy, and I'm just like, I mean,
yeah, that part too.
I mean, you just came from the underworld, so you know you can go. Like, personally, I would just be like, hey ma, sit here for a minute. I'll be right back. I gotta go keep a promise. Just go right back down.
He was in a rush, I guess.
That's too easy of a joke. Sorry, I am the that's what she said person. So don't start me up. But it's really funny because in it's not American Gods, it's Chaos, the newest.
Oh, Chaos, yeah.
Yeah, the one from Netflix, which is a whole thing upon its own. That's like, I need to do a breakdown of that show. It was good, but I liked it, but I hated it. But I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's going to go help Orpheus go down to the underworld, they stage it because it's modern day-ish in a bar, and
yeah,
he's like, "Oh, he's like, hold on, let me go and get you in," and literally the next scene is like him banging this guy in the bathroom, and I'm just like,
I remember this.
Is that? Nah.
Nah.
I love how they kind of weaved, forgive the pun, but also no. The myths into things like that, like into the story like that.
Yeah, oh my god, wait, I didn't even think about that when I was watching it. Oh my god, you're right.
That's what I'm saying, like, there's a bunch of little Easter eggs in there. They did a really good job, but I liked it because they did a really good job, but I also hated it because they were like very stereotypical in some of the decisions. Like,
Yeah.
They didn't make Hades the big bad, which
Yeah.
I was happy about because I
Thank
was like,
you.
oh, thank goodness, not lazy writing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, there was like tons of that stuff. Or how they included like the Amazons in as like as the fighting like their own nation, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. All right, here's our jovial Uncle Zeus.
Oh, there he is.
Ooh, okay. I like that. I like this.
Oh, I do like that one. Yeah.
That one's fun. Oh, I do like, I do enjoy a good revenge damage.
And that's a lot of damage, too.
There's a lot of damage. I like passive attacks and like revenge damage, but like it was really funny because someone told me, they're like, why? Then you have to get hurt in order for it to work. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get hurt.
Exactly. If you're gonna get hurt, you might as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get hurt,
enemy.
but they didn't expect that they were gonna get hurt at the same time. What? I'm not spiteful. No. Pro tip, guys, you absolutely should not buy fart spray off of Amazon.
Oh my god.
It's intense.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So since you've also seen Chaos, and we already talked about the comparison within the Hades Hades game franchise. Can you die? Thank you. There we go. I don't like witches, and I don't like those little bomb dudes because they're a pain in the butt. So which deity did you like best in Chaos? Or which depiction of the deity did you like best in Chaos, and why?
No, because honestly, I'm like sad they didn't include more.
Honestly,
like,
agreed. Where's the season 2, guys?
I know. No. The worst part is that I don't think it's getting renewed. And
I don't think it is getting renewed.
No, yeah. Jeff Goldblum I think he did a pretty okay job.
I agree. I think he did a better Zeus than I thought he was going to.
Good.
Yeah, no, Jeff Goldblum surprised me, but I know he's a good actor, but the writing on Zeus was like, okay. It wasn't like, wow.
No, the writing for Zeus was not great. No, agreed.
No, yeah. They made him like kind of a stereotypical, like, jerk.
Yeah, they made him like the jerk big brother tyrant who like bullies his younger siblings. I really did not like that scene. That's the scene where he made Hades get into the pool and like electrified him.
Yeah.
I know they didn't show it, and I'm so glad they didn't. But I was so mad about that scene. Number one, first off, because it's very mob boss-esque.
Yeah.
And number two, because of all of the incredibly odd and creative ways that the Greek gods chose to like
interact.
Yeah, like especially when they were causing trouble.
Yeah.
Or when they were like actively hurting people. I was like, really? This is so uncreative and very mob bossy for, you know.
Yeah. Like, sure, like if you wanted to, like in a modern day, have like Zeus have like I'd say if anything, it could be like a playful, like brother with his brothers, like maybe.
I feel like he would be too.
Yeah, like I feel like that's more accurate to how I know him. Yeah, but he was just a jerk. I think Jeff Goldblum did a good job at playing the jerk.
I think he did a great job at playing the character.
Yeah.
I would have liked because I did like the what do you call it? It starts. I'm trying to think of the word, and it starts with a D. I can't remember what it is. But basically, like the dynamic. There we go. The dynamic between Prometheus and Zeus.
Yeah. Oh no, that was good. Yeah.
That was like really great, and I felt like I felt like that was really nuanced in as well, because even though Prometheus was like, "Fuck this guy," he was like, you could still see like he was like, this poor dumb motherfucker.
No, yeah, I actually liked that whole scene where he like brought him back for a little bit, and then he was like, okay, bye.
Yep. And he's just like the of Prometheus, just the like Here we go. Here we go. Like, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't have Jeff Goldblum sing that, because that would have been so perfect for that character.
I mean, hey, he can sing, so, like, why utilize it?
Right? Utilize the versatility of your actors, Hollywood, to play better.
I thought that maybe that there would be more characters, because there was this whole scene where Zeus was just calling everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, are we gonna see, like, Apollo, Aphrodite? Nope.
Yeah, they clearly didn't have that cast. You know what I want to be? I want, what's her name? Shoot. I would take either Catherine Zeta-Jones or, I can't, you know what the problem is? I don't even watch the show where she is most well-known, this character, the actor I'm thinking of. Shoot. It's not Family Guy. I don't remember. But I think they would have had some solid picks. They're probably, holding those for season 2.
I hope there's a season 2.
At this juncture, I don't think there will be. But
yeah.
It was, I was really happy. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Uh-oh.
So this is a moment in which you tell us, what was the, what first prompted you into, getting... there we go.
Yeah.
Ha!
Nice.
I'm alive. Wait, I went for the Aphrodite one? Really? Okay. That seems like a dumb choice. But I did it anyway. Oh, because we mentioned Aphrodite. What? I guess I wrote the question down here, so that'll actually be easier. I should probably just print these out. Here it is. Oh, here it is. What first drew you to Hellenic polytheism, and was it more emotionally driven or intellectually? I have a little holder here. I'll just put the phone up on the holder. There we go.
Yeah. It's actually a funny story, because I was I got into it through another practitioner. That it wasn't like on because it was through TikTok, but it was like through not like a Hellenic polytheism like 101 or like it wasn't nothing like that. It was from an artist that I followed that just happened to be Hellenic polytheist.
Oh, that's
and they
cool.
like posted something. Yeah, they posted something about like their worship with Apollo. I'm like, wait, people still do that? And so I got.
I had that exact moment.
Yeah,
I've had that.
Yeah,
moment.
so I was like, it was more intellectually driven because I was like, I wanted to learn more about like how like this is working in the modern day, and so that's when I started learning. I obviously hope a lot of people did do this, but I'm glad I didn't do this. I did not do my research on TikTok. I did it on Google.
I love that. I love that also because I don't know how old you are, but I am 36 years old. And so if I had that's so funny because now we're doing that. But like when I was a kid, I would have been like, oh, I didn't do my research on the internet. I went to the library. And it just kind of hit me how we went from like that to now, oh, I didn't do it on TikTok. I did it on Google.
No, because so many people, especially like that people who get into Hellenic polytheism like through TikTok, research on TikTok. I'm like, what are you doing? But so I searched on Google and I was like, well, it'd be better if I found a community with people who actually practice this, right? So that's why I joined Hellenic Herald.
Dope. And that's what we're here for. That's exactly where we're. I can't decide. Help me decide.
Let's see. Your attack.
I was thinking this one. But also,
that one.
I think so too.
Wait, yeah.
Wow. Too late. I did it already. But yeah, I had the same reaction of like, people don't do that. That's not a thing, right? Oh, this is people still do this. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, and I got so into it because I was just researching it as out of curiosity, and I got so into it. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll try it. And
it's hard to not get into it.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's kind of actually like repaired my relationship with religion because I used to be very negative about it, and I still am systemically.
Honestly,
for the systemic ones, but you know.
Oh, shit, I'm about to get my ass beat. No, that's okay. I
No,
got ambushed by like a bazillion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like doing that where I get into a plate and then just let them come at me and just have this giant pile of...
Wait, that's so smart.
For these guys? Yeah, I love these guys. So I just took out like a fuck ton of them at once. Yeah, I actually, it was really funny because I was, I participated in like, I definitely was not, I stepped away from, Christianity, long before I became a Hellenist or pagan. I happen to know somebody who was a, Kemetic Wiccan. And I went into events with them, but the events that they went to were Druid events, specifically for the ADF, I believe it's called. I can't remember. Is this the only door there is? It is the only door there is. That's bullshit.
Yeah, looks like it.
Because I don't need gems. I don't care about gems. And I remember when I kind of like went to that group and I kept being like, this is closer, but like. I hate these guys. Excuse me while I get exploded.
Oh boy.
And so I was like, oh, like this is, it's close, but no cigar, like, and so my husband at the time was like, yo, why don't you go, you always seem to come back to like Greek shit. You should look, see if there's Greek shit going on, like people worshiping Greek gods. And I was like, that's not a thing people do anymore. Oh, it's a thing people do.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't think I needed anything more than that moment to be like, I guess my religious turning point, because I saw what happened was like I read the word Hellenism or Hellenist or something like that, and I said it out loud, and I had this like wave of, the only way I could describe it is a feeling of like home wash over me, and I was like, oh, this is, okay, I'm home now. Okay.
Yeah.
This is where I belong. The gods pointed and went, that one.
That one.
Oh goodness. Okay, that's, I guess, the only thing I want in here. But yeah, so then you originally started in doing research. So what is it, how did it go from just doing research to like, oh, I actually want to practice this?
Well, at first, obviously, I found Theo.com, obviously. I watched videos
they're great.
Of Hellenic polytheists, like explaining the practice, and I was like, well, I think for me, it's always better to get the first-hand accounts, so I was like, oh, well, maybe there's a Discord community, so I went on Discord, found Hellenic Herald, and I started just looking through her posts, and I was like, wow, this is like really interesting, and I was like, well, if some people, they were saying like, oh, just choose a god that you're interested in, and if you have tarot cards, or you can just like say a prayer, or you could do some divination maybe, and I was like, oh, so I started learning tarot, and using a pendulum as well.
Ooh,
and I got really into
like
divination.
I haven't tried it.
Yeah, they're fun. And I connected with Dionysus first, because I can't even describe it, because I went on Theo when I was like, okay, well, which god would I worship? And then I remember when I saw Dionysus, I felt like a physical pull. Like in my chest, it was crazy.
Yup. It's so funny because I went from being like, oh no, like this is and I would say I witnessed Christian god phoning, which is a really funny way to say that.
Yeah.
But And I remember witnessing that as a child. Admittedly, the person was like literally collapsed on the floor and like not really okay. And I genuinely at that time as a child was like, this person's having a seizure. We need to go to the hospital. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I have this jar, right? I have this jug, this tequila jug. And how I got this tequila jug, and now I tell this story with the utmost of seriousness. Was my ex-boyfriend at the time was like, and he was super supportive of my religion because he had this conversation early on, where one day he goes, okay, and he comes to the kitchen where I'm doing something in his place, and he like leans against the table and he's like, tell me about your religion. And I was just like, this feels very interrogating. What do you want to know? But so later on he came to me, he's like, look, this is like a really cool like tequila bottle. He's like, it's empty, and I know you don't drink very much, but like it kind of looks like cool for like a craft or something. I thought you might like want it. And I was gonna say no, because I didn't particularly like the tequila bottle myself. I didn't think it was that pretty. But I would like to note that prior to getting said boyfriend, I had prayed to Aphrodite and Dionysus and also Poseidon for more balance and like, oh, that's a lot of them. Oops.
Oh boy.
Yes. For more work-life balance and fun in my life and stuff, and ended up being a stoner boyfriend. And that was said boyfriend. And so out of the corner, so Dionysus has had his hand in this from like get-go. So my boyfriend asked me this, and I'm just like about to say I don't want the fucking jug, and out of like as if someone was standing in the corner of the room. It sounded like someone was standing in the corner room and they just yelled, mine! And I went, well, Dionysus just said he wants it, so sure. And he was like, what? And I was like, I swear to God, I just heard that motherfucker yell from like the other side of the room. And he's like, huh? And I went, don't worry about it. Just you knew from the beginning I'm a little crazy. Let's just be happy. I always say I have one foot in crazy, but it's the right foot, because I'm clever and funny like that. But like I was like, no, you knew what you were getting into. You knew this. And like I still have the stupid jug. I still don't think it's that pretty, but the amount of seriousness in which I've told that story, I've just been like, yeah. Like there's
he can be loud when he wants to be.
Well, just like that feeling of like the pull and everything, and it's just like, God damn it. It's so interesting because I never experienced this within the Christian faith. I've only experienced this kind of thing in I'm gonna call it pagan faiths, religions, beliefs, where I just didn't get that kind of strong pull or even like communication, and it's something that I, at least in my opinion, I think a lot of the old gods are quite vocal, and I wonder what the amount of I wish we had like some real fucking census data kind of stuff, because I'd be interested to see how many followers there are these days versus what the estimation was back in the old days, because it might not seem like a lot. Like 1,500 people in Hellenic Herald doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, that used to be an entire city. You know, back in ye old days. So like
pagan census.
Yeah, we need pagan census. I would do that. That might be a good thing to do with our partners, because you have partnered servers.
Oh yeah, wait. So hey, yeah, we could do it.
Huh? What?
Yeah, we could do that.
Right? That'd be fun.
The census stuff. Yeah.
Well, now I really want to. Maybe we'll leave that up for like the next anniversary. This year will be our 5-year anniversary.
Wow.
I know.
5 years.
I know. Happy anniversary, Hellenic Herald. Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Goodness. I'm gonna turn the AC on because it is 81 degrees in my room. How did it get so hot? We have no idea. My throat is half dead. So let me. Do you have an altar or shrine or sacred space? And what would you say was the first thing if you recall, that you gave for offering?
Okay. I don't have a dedicated altar, because I can't really have one publicly. Because I mean, like, I have told my family that I'm not Catholic, but I haven't told them I'm pagans, and I don't know how they react. So that's a secret for now.
Yeah.
But I do offer things. I have a little space where like all the stuff that I've given them is, or like I have multiple spaces where like this is Hermes' stuff, this is Poseidon, like.
I always like to remind people, especially new practitioners, that 90% of what we put up on an altar literally qualifies as home decor.
Yeah, you can just put it. It kind of does, yeah. Because one of them, I remember I was walking to school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was walking to my bus stop, and it was like fall, and when I was walking, I saw like a little pine cone on a little stick, and I was like, "There's no way that," because it immediately made me think of Dionysus, because he holds I forget what's called, a thyrsus. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The thyrsus. Yep.
So I was like, oh my god, wait, is this perfect for him? So I took it and I gave it to him. But if I can think of the first thing that I gave, I think it was coins to Hermes. He loves his coins.
Yeah. I have there's actually little piles of coins in front of his little statue on my altar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and just like little piles of fucking like riches, I'm just like, this is so perfect. But I have a little bin, a little thing of international coins. Specifically.
Yeah, I give him my train tickets when I take the train.
Oh, that's great. That's also really cute.
Yeah.
This is how do you make Hellenism popular? We brought back scrapbooking. Like,
yes.
That would be perfect, right? Like, although the first you thought about, you mentioned the little the train tickets, and I immediately thought of like, oh my gosh, that would be great for like a little deity scrapbook, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Victoria, we don't need that. We have digital scrapbook pinboards now and all that, but still. I actually recently thought about scrapbooking in relation to the gods, because there was an event. It was for Lupercalia, actually, and it's a group, and there are pagans in the group, but it's not necessarily a pagan group.
I'll take it.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's more, if anything else, a nerd group. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cheers.
That's the thing that saves my life. I like how they're just forcing me through all the lower levels. Like, no, you don't get choices. Just get through here. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. I might need the volume actually a little bit up. For this, because it helps. But, so for that, I actually have to write an article. I wanted to write an article about what I did for that. Because I was part of they actually did a ritual, and it was one of the events. They've done, like, what do you call it? Not really displays, not really, like, performances. Because there's people there that like to do, like, aerial work, and they have, like, there's someone who likes to do fire dancing with, like, the sticks with the lit fire on the ends of them. I don't know. But so this event that they did actually seemed more like a ritual. Like, it wasn't just ritual organized. Like, it wasn't just organized in that way. It was actually, like, there were prayers and shit.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, that's awesome. And so, but in that same event, I was actually, they have a membership thing, you get invited, and they gave me the invitation, and it's in this beautiful, like, parchment envelope, and it has, like, the tree of life in wax that they put on it, the tree of life from, like, Norse mythology, and that's their symbol for the group. And I was like, oh man, I kind of like want to keep this. Where the fuck do I keep it though? And I was like, I kind of want to start scrapbooking again. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna create a scrapbook of all of the rituals and stuff that they do.
Yeah.
But there's so much. Since we do all of our stuff online, it's different. But like in the events that I've gone to in person, there's always there's so many cool things, either stuff left over from offerings, like leaves, or from the decorations, and it's just, we can easily bring so much of those and like collect them. We turn into giant, like, which I already think we're kind of dragons, but we turn into like the pagan version of like dragons, where all of our crystals and our offerings and all of our coins and tickets and like I tried so hard to not end up collecting a bunch of like pretty shiny rocks and crystals. And now I have like a bowl of crystals. I'm like, I'm not gonna have like a bunch of tarot decks. Why would I use all of those tarot? I have 4, and that's with great self-control. This is a good time for me to remind everyone to take your meds and vitamins if you have them. And I know that seems really random, but I'm also going to put on our little thank you before I go up against Electo. Go up and put on thank you for our Patreon template patrons and our Discord boosters. And as that plays, the reason that I very suddenly was like, okay, everyone take your vitamins and stuff, is because I actually get hot flashes as a result of some of my own meds, and it's a morning hot flashes, like without fail. And so every time I stream and it gets remotely hot in my room, I'm like, I'm dying. So yeah, go take your meds and shit and suffer with me. But yeah, I have a lot of little things. Like I have bullet casings because the reason I bring this up is because Hermes is right next to Ares on my altar. So Ares next to him has like bullet casings and little stormtroopers from Star Wars. Ooh. You know the characters from Star Wars?
Yeah.
And like I have just a bunch of like little stuff. Like Aphrodite has too many shells, too many seashells. So what you said, you started on divination and you did tarot and you've done some scrying as well. What is your favorite form of divination?
That's a hard one.
I know, right?
I think
now we're asking the hard questions.
Yeah. It's gotta be tarot, honestly. Like, because my journey with tarot was like, it was really hard at first, but now it's like sometimes when I see a card, I really know what it is. But obviously, I don't memorize the whole deck. But it's just it really brings me it's like all of my divination tools help me feel closer to the deities I worship. But like I feel like tarot is like basically how I communicate with them the best, because kind of lay out their message.
I think it's the easiest. Just like I think it's just the easiest form that of divination that I've encountered so far. Just because it tends to be the clearest. I even have certain decks that I'm like, okay, this is like not good for this. This is good for this type. If you want a more specific answer.
Yeah.
Okay, both of these guys. So what got you into scrying?
You mean pendulum?
Sorry, pendulum.
It was.
Is that
for
not
me,
called
it was,
scrying?
I don't think so. I thought scrying was with a mirror. From what I've seen.
I thought you could do scrying, not necessarily.
Well, maybe you can, but I don't. I use it mostly for yes and no. Use it mostly for confirmation alongside of tarot readings, actually.
So do you have? That makes it so much harder.
Yeah,
wow.
Electo is like, you have to be so active.
I know, she's so freaking active. I mean, good for her. You know what? Stay active into your old age. That's how you stay spry. Run in circles. It's so funny because I'm much more of a visual person. So for me, Did I die?
Yeah.
Oh, she died. No, she died. I killed her.
Oh, nice. I'm about to say, like, wait, how did you die?
I'm like, I don't think I got hit that bad.
There you go.
But, what the fuck was I asking? Like 30 seconds ago, my brain died. Oh yes, I've learned so much more, through, which is why I brought up Chaos as well as Hades as well. I've learned so much more and gotten so much more interested through media. And you mentioned TikTok, and there's been, I feel like there was a lot of media and stories, obviously, for a while, and then I feel like there was very little. Like, I remember between, basically, I think prior to 2020, I knew Percy Jackson existed. I don't know when the first set of the movies came out. Now you want to look desperately. I feel like it's like 2018. Percy Jackson movies in order. Yeah, okay, it was the light. Really? It was 2010. Wow, shit feels old. Okay, so, basically between, I would say 2020 and from when I was a kid, like there was Hercules, Xena, nothing. And then it was like, it was Percy Jackson, and then nothing for a while, and then we had the Marvel movies. And even then, the Marvel movies really aren't, they're just, they touch on mythology.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, me personally, I don't care. The more people saying the more names of our gods, the better, in my personal opinion. But, you know, Percy Jackson, Marvel, not the best as far as close. That's why I like Chaos, because I was like, at least, and Blood of Zeus.
I've heard that's good.
No, that shit's dope. That shit is good. And there's also little Easter eggs and nods to the mythology that I really like. There's a scene with Hermes. They're doing god games. Like, and that's the thing. Like, since I think like 2020, we've had Chaos, because that came out after COVID. I remember that. We had Blood of Zeus, that I think came out during like early years of COVID. I have to look at that. When did that come out? Just interested. That came out 2020. Where's the IMDb of this fucking thing? Yeah, 2020. The first episode aired in 2020. So we had Blood of Zeus, Twilight of the Gods. We had Chaos. So then it seems like we had a bunch, and we had like a couple little things, and then we had a bunch, and then we had like, and we had like really nothing, and then now we have like a bunch again. It just feels like it goes in waves. And I very much enjoy and the reason I bring this up is I'm I personally lean much more, I would say, like, enjoy versus don't enjoy seeing the modern tellings of stories of the gods, or like having the gods used as like basically plot devices
Yeah.
for shows. And I know that within the community, it's kind of a mixed on that, because yeah, it can be it's often very exciting, something new coming out. Because we also have Epic, right? Epic the
Yep.
musical, and like it seems like since 2020, like for the past 5-6 years, we've had a massive resurgence of the gods in media, and more importantly, it feels like a lot of it is actually like they're really trying to actually like, oh no, this was to have like some reverence toward it.
Mhm.
And so do you agree with some of these? I know you haven't seen Blood of Zeus. Have you listened or watched any of the from Epic?
I am an Epic fan. I do.
Okay,
like
I was gonna say you're on TikTok. It's kind of hard to be a Hellenist on TikTok and not look like be an Epic.
Yeah.
I love when the guy did a April Fool's trick where he turned one of the songs from. He was like, "Oh, if you take this song and replace this with this and this with that," and he turned it into Rick Rolling, and
That was funny.
It was great. I trolled the server so hard with that.
He is a good. He's a very talented musician and good person, and he's actually working on the Iliad now.
Oh, he is working on it, because I know there's a whole nother album for Epic that I haven't listened to, I think.
He said his plan was originally to wait to do both of them.
Is he aware that there are Hellenists?
I think I don't know, actually.
I would be interested to be like, because I know they're also talking about doing like an actual like musical, like an actual animated thing, and I was just sitting there being like, every time I listen to the song Keep Your Friends Close, where it starts off with Great Wingardiolus, whenever I listen to it, I put my hands out, arms up.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I swear to gods, if they don't do that, I will lose my shit. Like, I need them to like subtly acknowledge that they're like this as a religion and like do the right things. And there in Hellenism, there isn't a lot of big rules.
Yeah, honestly.
There's a few. So
don't be a dick, basically.
Yeah,
just don't be a dick. Don't piss off the gods.
But I
don't
mean,
like kill people.
Yeah, I mean, like, kill people's the big one. Don't kill people. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
Hellenism told you so. But like, you know, one of the things, like, we don't have there's a suggested ritual structure. It's a strong suggestion, but it's not like a rule, right? But the things of like palms up for Uranic deities and palms facing down for Chthonic deities. So every time I hear that song, I immediately do palms up in the beginning of the song. And so I'm like, I really want that. I really want that so badly. Just that little bit of like, yeah, this is like a real fucking religion. And, you know, but obviously Epic is I think probably the winner of all of them. And I haven't met a Hellenist that has talked badly about Epic, but
it's really good. I think it's pretty good.
But so the question is like, how are you feeling about like, and I don't know if you've even watched the original Hercules with Kevin Sorbo or like Xena.
Oh, I have.
Oh,
that's one of the best Disney movies ever, in my opinion.
The series.
Oh, the series? I've seen clips from the series, but I have not watched it.
I'm gonna go and buy the actual series and like probably on DVD
stream it, yeah.
Yeah, stream it. I have some of it, but not all of it. But Xena was better. Xena, they went and they actually explored other pantheons and stuff. It ran much longer. So, okay, you don't have that info, but like, how do you feel about like the recent depictions? Even if you like, I know you haven't seen Blood of Zeus, but what you've seen of them so far, like, and even though Percy Jackson, and I mean, I don't think Blood of Zeus, I don't think Chaos, I don't think they were made necessarily for us. They were made as works of entertainment.
Yes.
I think Percy Jackson much more so. But in my personal opinion, which is not that's a very light thing to include on this one, because I wouldn't say I'm an expert in media or myth or anything like that. I wouldn't call myself an expert in any of these categories. But I think Percy Jackson, I feel like it's safe to say that's probably done with maybe a little bit less seriousness and consideration toward the actual culture and religion, because I just feel like maybe there are more, well, not that I feel like there's more, there's actually been data showing that there's been a rise in, oh no, I hate this level. But, okay, I'm going to ask you this, and then you better talk on it for a bit, which is like, how do you feel about the depictions in media of the gods? Again, understanding, as we all know, that these medias were in these works like Blood of Zeus, like Chaos, like Hades, the games, like Percy Jackson. They were made as works for entertainment. But how do you feel about them in general? Because I know some pagans don't love it because they feel like it's misrepresentation, diluting of the gods. I've heard that. So give me your it's fire.
Well, I feel like in a lot of ways, not even just the Greek gods, but a lot of the other gods that are also been told in like through like movies and shows, like Marvel.
Oh yeah, stuff. Marvel. I forgot to say that one.
Yeah.
Marvel's included in this judgment.
Yeah, I feel like the gods, like kind of just the way that they're depicted, like those are who they are not like of the major gods. Like the major like religions, I feel like they're kind of just seen as pop culture.
Have you seen the what's this, something Blood of Ragnarok or something like that?
Oh yeah, I've watched all the. I'm a Marvel fan, so I watched.
No, it's not a Marvel one. It's that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. It was not Blood of Zeus. It's I'm sorry, not I accidentally said the name of a Marvel movie. I was thinking of Twilight of the Gods. Have you seen that one?
I haven't heard of what. No, I haven't heard of. Oh wait, no, I think I've seen again clips from this one.
That one, one of the things I noted about it was they painted, because of course in the Marvel ones, they painted Thor as a very positive light in Marvel.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I have heard that Thor in the store in a lot of the tales is kind of an asshole. They absolutely painted him as a fucking asshole in that one.
Yeah, they did. I've seen the clips. I remember the famous one where like he's like taking the daughter. I think I forget.
Yeah,
his children, like these children. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's taking Loki's kids, because he had kids with a giantess, and that was apparently not cool for some fucking reason. But like, here's Hermes. So then, as you were saying, you know, like how Marvel has depicted them, not just the Greek gods.
I think they're kind of seen as like pop, like just in general, like for the people who don't worship, they're just kind of seen as like one of those pop culture like people, like those like characters basically. Yeah, they see them as characters, not as actually gods.
I mean, I've said that to people too, where it's just like because for this exact conversation, for this exact reason that they were like, oh, I don't like it because of this, that, and I was like, I know it's really hard to like sometimes not get so invested, but it's like, yeah, this is these are characters, and these are characters in stories, kind of like characters from Aesop's Fables, because we've seen some of those characters in more recent like Disney movies and stuff too. Like Into the Woods, I think it's called. Yeah, is the movie, and they had like and I mean we also have like Tangled and like all those. Those are all characters that exist, and most people, as you say, they don't view them as like gods. They view them as like characters that exist, where they can be pulled upon. I love Thanatos. He's such an emo, moody boy here. I love it.
Yeah.
I also love that his sickle is an eye.
Yeah, I like that too.
And a beak. Oh, Moon Knight. Moon Knight was another one. That was
right. Yeah, you're right.
That was great.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's important to know that the people who are consuming them don't know. Most people like us that got into religion don't know that people still worship these gods.
Yeah,
which is probably why there's not a lot of discretion made for like accuracy in some of these media.
Exactly. Why you're? Oh, I didn't realize we have these guys. Really, you're not even killing these guys, eh, Thanatos? Fuck, man. Thought you were here to help, bro. Oh, we won already. Oh, damn. They really are, like, zooming me through these levels this time.
Yeah.
You held your own out there. I'm going.
My favorite thing in the way how I win a lot of games like this is I just max out on my life and, like, things to keep me alive. So I just outlast them. Oh, we don't have a lot of money, so we can't go to Charon because we're broke ass. Why aren't they giving us money this time? Boo.
No money.
I feel like I'm noticing stuff in this game that I didn't notice before. Like when you get off the boat or get on the boat, there's little snaky lines that swim away from the boat. It's not ripples, it's actual, like, looks like eels and stuff.
Yeah.
So, see when we the next one. I'm on fire. So if you also, let me ask a question. So I've been doing this for about a decade, apparently, because I have recently figured out. Who else is here? Oh my God! Why are they all? So if you have any questions, also, you're allowed to ask me questions too.
Yeah.
This isn't just a Victoria barrage people with questions, although I do enjoy it.
I do like a good questionnaire.
So many. So you mentioned that you have to be incognito a little bit about your practice.
Yes.
So another way that a lot of people worship, especially when they have to go incognito as far as like altars and stuff, is through devotional acts. And I love devotional acts. So the question actually is written down as, how does your path show up in your everyday life? And henceforth me bringing up the phrase of devotional acts. So,
well,
yeah.
I think I actually need to like state that I'm doing stuff for them, because I don't think I don't think I've done that, but I do sometimes when I'm doing stuff. I'm like, yeah, like I feel like this is like because I try to like the deities I mainly worship, even though I worship I revere all of the pantheon of the
revere, that's a good word. I haven't heard a bunch.
I revere all of the Hellenic pantheon, but with the gods I mainly worship, I kind of like they are kind of like tied to things the way I am, or like things that I do. For example, I'm getting really into academic work in terms of I want to teach myself things that school hasn't taught me.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was like immediately thinking, maybe I while I'm doing this stuff, like, oh, maybe like Lady Athena would like that I'm doing this.
It's really funny because I call myself a gamer, but I do not game a lot. Why is this?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was born for business, and everything I do must be monetized because we live in a capitalist society. But I mean, also, if it's one of the things that made Hellenic Herald is that I wanted to look. I'm not gonna go out. First off, I'm chronically ill, which means that doing things like boxing and shit is a little, or like physically intensive sports are a little hard for me. Also, everything as an adult is like monetized. You can't do anything for free anymore. So you have to like pay for, if you want to do like a local sports thing, you gotta pay to be part of the team and like get the all that stuff. And I'm just like, first off, I'm nowhere near that level. I'm a I've played basketball, but I wouldn't be able to join the local basketball like team or something. And as much as I love weapons, going to a gun range is expensive. And I have zero desire to join the military. So not a lot I could do to, honor Aries like that in a more traditional physical sense, because a lot of what they did was very physical, right? So instead, I was like, well, I can dedicate my workouts to Aries and Athena. And aside from that, I can't go join the army and would not like to. And as I mentioned, going to a range is expensive. And also you have to drive out because I live in the city. Yeah. So on top of that, you're looking at least a half-hour drive. And so not just the money to actually use the location. And we also have an archery range as well. But the free time is really at an early time in the morning, and you still have to rent the bow and arrow and all of that stuff. So I was like, well, I can't do that, but I can play Call of Duty, right, in honor of the gods. So that's where like Pagans play like started, and was one of the things that I originally wanted to do when I was volunteering with the organization I was with before Hellenic Herald existed. And that was definitely one of the things that I was like, no, I want to bring this into Hellenic Herald, because no, I'm not going to go down into the depths of Hades. And, there aren't a lot of ways that I personally celebrate Lord Hades, but I can play the fucking game. We can make these things, devotional acts that fit with things that I already like to do, or things that, and it allows me to have the time. So I like to stack things. Praise Athena. Work smart, not hard. So is what I say. So I don't get a lot of time to game because I feel guilty for just doing it for funsies. Because I have tons of other things, as I showed you the bumper stickers I made last night instead of gaming. So doing this time allows me to do something that is relaxing for me and fun, make it a devotional act to replace things that I may not be able to do as ways to honor them if I were to do the physical IRL action. Right? It allows for community time, and allows me to get to know members of the community like yourself, because we used to do this before as well. And we used to do, it was more divination oriented though, where I stopped doing divining on streams because I would be exhausted for like 2 hours afterwards. I would be so dead.
Yeah, so that's what I was afraid of doing if I did it today.
Exactly. But it also, at that, like, while we were doing the divination stream, so I started interviewing other members of the community instead and letting them do divination stuff if they wanted to. But that's what it turned into, and it became, I think it was like so much more fun when I got to interview other members of the community. So like this time is like stacked for me as like being able to honor the gods in the community in multiple aspects while connecting to something, like you said, that is already part of who you are and what you like and what you do. So what other things do you do? What other ways do you does this show up, or what ways, like, give us examples of what you do in, I guess, a more of an everyday life, or that's outside of the once a week thing that you mentioned. I love that you have like a once a week religious day. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of jelly.
Yeah, I realize that as a busy person, I probably should start scheduling, even though I don't like schedules, but I do think the best thing that you could give the gods, and honestly, for when I've been, people tell me a lot when I was starting out, is that the best thing you can offer the gods is your time.
Because time is a resource that is the most valuable to humans.
And especially since for us humans, it's very like what, how you say, finite? Yes, like it's
Jinx, finite. That's like the second time we've used the exact same word.
They weren't. Yeah.
Great.
So, other than that, though, I do cook for myself, and I do think that could be seen as something I could do for
Praise Hestia.
Lady Hestia.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Demeter.
I did meet her too. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like to. My mom and I, we plant stuff in the spring and summer. So Demeter. Um, what else? Let me see. I love to read, and I do that as a devotional act to Athena.
You know what? Okay, like many people, sometimes I'm really bad at doing things for myself. A lot of times. And one of the things that I've been trying to do recently is read more because I got out of the habit of reading. I warn everyone about this. There's a point in life at some point where it starts getting easier to just do the things and just kind of go through the steps of life and not have that curiosity, or just like you get into a rhythm of just existing as opposed to like living. And I realized recently, I'm like, I have lost all curiosity. I am so tired and burned out. And so I've been trying to do that by reading. And unfortunately, one of the reasons I feel like I've lost some of that curiosity is because I'm so logistical and so businessy that the first books I think to read are not funsies or research or like stories or anything. It's like how to be a better speaker. And I'm just like, that's so not fun. That's so not, it's not, I mean, it's great. And I want to learn that 100%. But like, is that something that I'm going to read for leisure to help recover or to help, get a more curious mindset? So I recently started I picked up a couple of, I think they're called fiction books. Fiction is the one that's not true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Words like that, it makes no sense to me. And so I always get them confused. But so I picked up one, and I've been really terrible about engaging in a evening reading practice. Because the idea was that if I'm reading something that, it has a, plot twists and mystery, then it will engage my curiosity more and re-encourage that habit of reading as well. Because if there's one thing that you need to do, need to not hate as a Hellenist and as a pagan, it's reading. Because boy, are you gonna read a bunch.
Yep.
And so I think I will steal your idea and dedicate that evening reading time to Athena as a way of guilting myself into doing it, because now it's for somebody else. I can't decide between, like, these are all really good. I need help.
Let's see.
I don't think we're gonna come across a lot of fountains. So like I'm kind of
I always whenever I get that one, it never, like, they never give me, like, they never let me use it.
Yeah.
I would do Drunken Flourish.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like because I don't think. Let's see. Just. I don't think I have anything. I think I have something on my special for my special, but this is temporary though. Yeah, Bull Rush. Okay, yeah, it's the I think the only thing I have for special is it affects the other stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I like to even out too. Boop. Embark. Let's see. I'm looking through my list of questions. What would you recommend as someone who's a little bit into their practice? What would you recommend? Oh no. Oh, those are witches. Oh, fuck this. I can see them out of the corner of the screen. No. Let's not go that way. Shit. I'm doing this very, very tactfully. Attack, then run away! What would you recommend for someone just starting out? Like that they, what would you recommend that they learn first?
I mean, if you really are interested, then I would say go to ask questions in the community. I think that's the best way to learn and get into stuff, even if you don't want to do it as a religion, or even you might even get convinced like I did.
We
But
actually have quite a
obviously,
few. I know we have definitely quite a few like atheists in the server.
yeah. So like it's you just joining a religious community that's not like for like all religions. You can learn about so much.
And I mean, that goes back to kind of what we're saying, that these are, you know, characters for so many people that they can use from, like we're talking about with Aesop's Fables and stuff, where a lot of the stories were not just used as, because of course the myths and stuff, this is actually something that I've been trying to get my father to understand, because he's, as I mentioned, Christian, and he just, like, it's really funny, because I remember as a kid watching Hercules and Xena, like, as a family, and he told, like, we saw something on screen, this was a while ago, and he's like, oh, isn't that this deity? And I was like, yeah, Dad, that's right. And he's like, oh yeah, I remember. And he starts saying, and he like completely crosses two different myths that have nothing to do with each other and aren't even the same person. And I'm just like, Dad. And he was like, well, wasn't this what happened? And I was like, delicious. Yes, but unlike your Bible, our stories aren't meant to be taken literally. Like, necessarily. They were a little bit more, they were also used as cautionary tales. And often with cautionary tales, and as also back then, a lot of the stories were passed around through oral presentation, not written. Shit changes. If you've ever played a game of telephone in your life, we know that.
Yeah.
But, I think that, like, there's a lot of opportunity for, as you said, for learning, even if you have no intention of the path, because this is a great plug for the Hellenic Herald Library. I don't think Terry immediately just starts hacking up. Yeah, we have I saw someone post earlier that we had over 1,300, and I was like, I thought we had over 1,500 titles of all donated works, written, donated, or discovered by members of the community. In fact, I'd really like us to have a basic FAQ channel on the server. I just haven't gotten around to making it. Also, that's a really hard one because we want to make sure that it's accurate with, like, sources and stuff.
Yeah.
For further reading. Speaking of further reading, book club is starting next week.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, actually. Because we're reading Hesiod's Theogony Works and Days.
Oh,
and I've never read that. So this is going to be fun. It's also, I'm trying to, like, look, for anyone who doesn't know, and this is also where we mentioned, like, just hanging around servers and stuff is a good way because, and if I was to recommend, I would say start out with, like, a general server like Hellenic Herald.
Yeah.
And then go into, because there's Eros Alonius, which is one of our partners in a fantastic community, but they're very academic. And, like, they have a library, and don't get me wrong, we have some of the same texts in our library, but, like, they have so much more academic texts than we do. And as someone who, one of the first books I tried to do for book club was Robert Burkert's Greek religion. That book made my brain hurt. We got through maybe 5 pages in an hour. And I wasn't sitting there reading it, like, on stream. Like, it's dense. And it's got so much good info and so much good things to riff off of and just be like, let's go drill down into this fucker. That it was, I ended up giving up the book club. Like, we couldn't finish it.
Oh, boy.
I was like, this is too hard. Because, of course, we're not just discussing it during book club. There's actual, like, I try to go full teacher mode and do, like, reading comprehension, a little bit of, like, compare and contrast, a little bit of, like, spiritual-based questions. So for each week on book club, we have about like 10 or so questions that people can answer and discuss in the chat and stuff. And I haven't read this one, so. And the book clubs are streamed.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop. But yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people learn better through interaction than maybe just reading. So I agree, and there's always like tons of information too.
Yeah, so much out there,
Were
and
you
so many personal experiences.
Oh my gosh, I know. And I would highly recommend reading the personal experiences too, because it's a very different representation than what you get in more scholarly texts. I guess it's a lot more average person. Like it's a lot more, it's less let's analyze and more let's feel, I guess. What do you think? Like what do you think, and what about in your practice? Are you more like leaning toward like philosophical or like academic, like historical, and like more magical, or more like feels and vibes? It's so vague.
I think like if I could in that type of way, I would say like I would describe my practice as more spiritual.
So more like intuitive as opposed to like,
yeah. Obviously, I do read the academic texts, and I've read the bits, and I do the prayers and stuff in the freaking Orphic hymns, and yeah, obviously. But I do think that some people might, like, I do, my practice is a bit more casual than most because of the time of life I am in, which is a busy.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah.
my practice is far too fucking casual. I think sometimes I have been criticized in the past.
No, that's what I'm saying. But there's a lot of people who are like, okay, you can. I think everyone's practice is different, and everyone can practice the way they want to. Some people just like to, you know.
Do you know Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that there's like the prayer for like supper that you do, like thank you Lord for the food that's on our plate, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I'm like Timon. Hey, big bub, thanks for the grub. Just dig it.
Literally.
And I'm just like,
so sometimes when I'm eating, I'm like, no, damn it, I forgot to pray to Hestia.
Yep. Exactly. Like, a lot of my practice, I wouldn't even say casual. I would say familial.
No, yeah, that's such a good word.
Right? Well, I also view the gods like as my fam. Like, I'll be like, I do not think I am, not that there's anything wrong with this, but I do not think, just so I'm clarifying myself, that I am an actual child of the gods. I do not think I was birthed with divine lineage, as much as I would like to think that's true. My ego would love that. But, yeah! Trap damage. Suck it. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I definitely get you with like more of a familial aspect, because I feel like for me it depends on the god, because some of them I'm like some of them I have like a familial relationship with, some of them are like they're like a really close friends.
Exactly.
But some of them I'm like, I say like sometimes like we're business, like my interaction with the Natos very business, and that's fine.
You worship Inanna.
Huh?
Did you say Inanna?
No, I said Thanatos.
Oh. I was like that for some reason. The accent and the music of the game kind of fucked me up. My brain died. Yeah, so exactly, like I'm like, oh, Mama Hera, whatever. The same way they go, you're a child of God. But yeah, it's very much like, yes, you know, like how I always relate it to like, look, there are some times you go over the fam's house and you have to wear the fancy clothes and all that stuff. And then there are other times where you're just coming over. I'm just gonna swing by, right, and say hi, and maybe like have a cup of tea. It doesn't have to be like the whole big rigmarole all the time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Hold on. Where are we? Oh no, this is we're doing the bone hider next.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
10,000 souls have fallen to you now, my helper.
I think Ares.
Wait,
is
seriously,
cool.
10,000 souls?
So
Oh,
I must admit.
yeah, Ares is cool in here. I like the beak skull, like the bird skull shield. Not shield, breastplate.
Yeah.
I also like that they didn't make his stuff overly, like his depiction overly gory and bloody. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's obviously battle worn because you can see his cloak has like it torn like on the left side here.
Yeah.
And they have like the red on his blade, but like he's not like, oh, I love blood and gore and shit. Ooh. Well, I don't need that.
Epic.
Yes! Attack, special, and cast deal more damage.
Yes, that one.
Oh, wait. After slaying a foe, your attack or special deals more damage.
Oh, damage. Oh.
That's okay. I'm going to take this one because I never use my cast. I forget it exists.
Me too. I thought that.
And I don't get it because you have to go back and get it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to find... Hi, Tempo Baby. Hi. Oh, I have a question. Here's the good one. This is kind of a personal one. So, one of my cats is named Dino, which is actually short for Dionysus, because of the fact that the first time he came to our house was a day that he actually followed my ex-husband home. And, we were having Korean barbecue and our own homemade Korean barbecue because we had the little hot plate thing. And I was like, oh shoot, it's whatever holiday for Dionysus, blah, blah, blah. And my husband was pretty supportive at that time. And he was like, do you want to do something? And I was like, actually, yeah, I just want can we just grab a little bit of the Korean barbecue? I just want I'll put it in this thing. We'll burn it. We'll offer it. It'll be fine. Like, that's just a real quick little thing. So we did a little thing. And he ended up going out to get a soda, which was unusual for him at that time. And he came home and he's like, yo, this cat followed me home and it's acting like a fucking dog. And I think it's like a stray. And I'm like, well, this screams Dionysus. This is why Xenia's important, kids. I was like, where's the cat? And he's like, it's literally sitting outside the door. And I was like, so I literally remember I turned to my other cat, Tempo, who's my baby girl. And I was like, Tempo, be nice. We have guests. And I opened the door, and I just went, the cat looked at me, and I was like, Lord Dionysus, would you like to come in? And the damn thing just trots in my house like it owns the place. And I was just like, this is why we practice Xenia. Yes. Which is just being a hospitable host. And so then he ended up going out, found out it belonged to somebody else. They decided that they didn't want him anymore because he was an outdoor cat and was untrainable, quote unquote. I would like to note that I have trained this cat to get up on its hind legs for fucking treats and walk on a leash. So, and I've taught him the word run and sit, and both my cats talk back. Well, I'm telling the story of Dino. Jahan is on Twitch. Hi, Jahan. Who's one of our amazing mods. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for all your hard work. Clap, 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 clap. Because we love our mods. I need to get a soundboard. But I'm telling the story of Dino because within Hellenic polytheism, generally, I have heard the advice of and this makes sense. If you're constantly calling for somebody, if you're constantly hollering, like if I were to sit here in my room and be yelling for my cats or even a human, eventually that human or cat, whatever, would come and be like, what do you want? And so the idea is that some people, I don't obviously follow this because I have a cat named Dino, but some people believe that you shouldn't name your pets after deities because, or you should be very cautious about doing so because that deity may show up a lot more because they think you're calling them. And so my question is, what are your thoughts on that? obviously I don't give a shit.
Like specifically naming pets after gods?
Yeah, do you think that shouldn't be done? Do you agree for the same reason why? Or are you just like, you're also allowed to not have an opinion, by the way. If this is the first time you've heard this, you're allowed to not have an opinion.
Like, people name their kids Jesus, basically, technically.
That's
like, Jesus.
true.
They just say it in a different way, Jesus.
Well, I'm wondering. I wonder if the name, what came first? I'm always one of those, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Here we go. One.
Yeah, but I'd say, like, I feel like I don't really care. In the end, it's your choice. Even especially if like you aren't like if you name like your pet after like a god in a pantheon you don't know, then like they probably won't even know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They probably wouldn't even like even if the god does come up, they'll probably be like, oh, someone's calling me. Oh, it's this guy again. Bye.
It's this guy again. This motherfucker.
Like, I believe in the sense that
great,
like all the gods, since they have like an amount of practitioners that like are calling on them like a lot of times, they like break off pieces of themselves to be in multiple places at once.
Oh, that's great.
So it's not. And I mean, like, sure, yeah, you're wasting their time, but, like, I mean, like, you'll probably, if whoever does that, I don't really see why would they, punish you, quote unquote? Like, I don't think that's
I feel like that'd be minor annoyance / you know,
yeah.
Well, light a candle for me since I hauled my butt all the way here.
Yeah.
Sorry, occasionally I get focused on what I'm doing. Which is why we have Pagans play. Really? I was so, that's, I was just too close. Fire! Half of the damage I take is my own problem, my own fault. What'd I say? Okay, running away. I had a question. Oh. This one was just sitting there waiting for me. What was the question? We were talking about the things. Oh, yes. So actually in the last book club we did, which was our... Was it the last one? No, I think it was the second to last one. It was analyzing what is a deity. Like, what is it? What makes them a deity? And one of the things was, as you said, being able to be omnipresent. Being able to be in multiple places at once because you're not limited. And I kind of go with that makes total sense that they wouldn't be limited to that because, I mean, look, I feel like if you can change forms and like you're not limited to like, this is my power, right? Like this is the one thing I can do. You just have powers. Then my thought would be, well, then why wouldn't you be able to like pull that shit like and be in multiple places at once?
Yeah.
I like that notion is that breaking up parts themselves. I also subscribe to the idea that there is a divine cul-de-sac somewhere. Maybe I just too much supernatural. Also Supernatural. That's a good one actually. Supernatural is a very good. It is a very good depiction. They don't sugarcoat it. They don't as far as like aspects of like the not great aspects of deities. And they're very cross and multi-pantheon, which I do, and they deal also with a lot of the smaller, not deities, but like, well, supernatural creatures. I was gonna say divine creatures, but like they're not all divine. Mm-hmm. That's a really good show. I feel like they did. I mean, obviously a lot of it's for entertainment, and they did it quite. It's weird because that's a show that is both really dark and really not at the same time. Yeah. But yeah, where it's not, because also we do have multi-path people. And I always look at it as kind of like, say Athena, you know, you're a worshiper of Athena and you're having a hard fucking time, right? And Athena's like, okay, my hands are full right now. And just like literally goes and like in my brain opens the window and just hollers out to the house across the way, "Hey, Valkyries, can you help my person over here, please?" And like that aspect is as like kind of dealing with that, because like there is the question a lot of times of like, ooh, infernal. Wait, is the infernal trove? Well, those are treasure chests. Fuck that. I don't care about that. I'm here for the lives and for. Oh wait, we're this is the second level already. Jesus. I wonder if we'll get to the. Will I survive to the end? They're really they kind of really rush you through the first from Tartarus. They kind of rush you through Tartarus. No, not Tartarus. Where did we first start off? We start off in Hades and then we go to Tartarus.
No, that's Tartarus.
And then we go to
Asphodel.
Elysium. Yeah.
This is Elysium, yeah.
Yeah, this is Elysium. But we start off in Hades. And then we go to Tartarus. Yeah. So which makes no sense, because Tartarus is supposed to be the depths. Ooh, a fishing line.
Fishing point there.
I don't know what you get. I don't think I've ever gotten a fishing thing.
Actually, I haven't ever had this either.
Press E when you get a bite. I have to focus because I always pull it too early.
Hey,
I caught it! Wait, what do you do with a carp? I'm confused.
It's in one of them. Achilles. I like Achilles.
Achilles is dope. The underworld. I would think that it would be under, like, river denizens.
Maybe artifacts?
No? Well, that was unhelpful. But I caught something finally, at least.
Yeah.
Let me check your inventory. I hate this because we have these butterflies that are nice, and then we have the other ones that are mean.
And then I hate the freaking...
Oh man, those are...
Yeah, I know what you're
anytime
talking
I
about.
see those are my #1 priority to get rid of first.
Yeah, I hate this.
It's like, I don't care. Everything else can try to kill me, but like, no. Before that. Oh, it's actually 9:52. Okay, let me see here. Since it's not 9:52, it's 11:52. Since it's 11:52, is there? Oh no! I hate these fuckers. No. You are assholes. All. God damn it. Is there anything? Oh. Is there anything that you would want to talk about that we? God damn it. That we haven't talked about, or anything that I was not prepared for this. God damn it. Yeah, is there anything that you would like to talk about, or like advice? It doesn't have to be pagan-centered advice. That you would like to give before we end up ending the stream?
Let me think.
There, that's it.
We need more
What
money.
is like a funny story that you've had like interacting with the gods?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I already told you the dino story.
Yeah, that's funny.
and the other one. That's another funny story. I'm trying to think of like a funny one, because there's like interesting but like entertaining.
Any story, any cool story that you have interacting with the gods.
Okay, a cool story I do have. So you mentioned wanting to learn things earlier and wanting to like learn new things and like in honor of Athena. Why are two spawning? Oh, I hate that. It's these stupid blowy uppy things. I hate them so much. Go hit the other one. Oh, god damn it. So I have a business that is going to be closing legal things, but I'm going to keep doing it or pick it back up again at some point, I should say. I teach kids about financial education and money management. For this, I go to homeschooling shows, or I used to. And one of the shows I did was in Alaska. Now, I was told by friends who had done this show before that, so what it is, it's a week-long thing. You go to like 4 cities in Alaska. I'd never been to Alaska, so, I mean, if I could figure out a way to make that tax deductible, yes, please. Oh, we have a decent amount of money. We should go to Charon, see what we can buy.
Yeah.
And ironically, this has to do with money. And so when I first went up there, now getting up, the reason they make, a lot of shows will charge you to vend. Most shows will charge you to vend. Really? You don't have a heart? That's lame ass. But this show doesn't. And why they don't charge is because they understand that it is very expensive to get up there and do the show for a week. It's hard for a lot of vendors. So the reason I went up there is because even though that's the case, if you go up, unless you are absolute shit or your product is shit, you will make money. Because the community up there, because it's so difficult, and a lot of vendors don't go up there, because you also have to bring product and stuff like that to sell. And, you know, your setup and all that stuff. And it can be difficult. The first year I went, I had to ship a bunch of shit, and it was expensive. And then next year I decided I'm not taking product up there with me. That was, I have books. That shit's heavy. And when I got there, first off, if you ever have the opportunity to go to Anchorage, go to Anchorage. It is gorgeous. I promise you, it's 100% worth it. And when I got there, we had to drive from Anchorage to the first city, because Anchorage wasn't the first city that we were going to. It's the second city we were going to. So we had to drive there and drive on the way back. Now the drive to, I think it's Fairbanks, from Anchorage, you get to a part where where the mountains literally meet the ocean, and you're driving around essentially the edge of the mountain to like get to the area, and it's gorgeous. It is fucking gorgeous, and it's it's one of the most breathtaking. Like, I mean, the power of Poseidon is like right fucking here, and and I was like, I live in California. Right? The mountains we have are not like those mountains. They are not like the mountains where there are these giant snow-capped things that are like insane and just insanely gorgeous. So on the way, we stopped at the point, there were these railroad tracks that I don't think like it really gets used for the most part of the year. And you're able to cross the railroad tracks and pull over to the side of the road, cross the railroad tracks, and then get to the actual point where you can touch Arctic water, which is crazy to me. Also, do not fall in. That shit will give you hypothermia so fucking fast. It also looks gross. Because some of it is like, it's like a cove, so some of it's inland. And while we were doing that, both on the way there to the first location, on the way back, and at the beginning of every new town we went to, the first year and every year since, I wanted to go down to the thing, and I brought my little travel altar, and I wanted to give an offering, and I realized I had just come off a plane. I didn't have much of anything with me, except for my little tea candle, which was very windy, so that was a difficult feat. It was a thing I give up on. And my little prayer card, and I had like some little things. I brought like a little rock from California that I was going to leave in Alaska, and I was going to take an Alaska rock back with me. And I was like, I wanted to give an offering. Now, to me, the most sacred offering I can give is my hair. Why? Because I fucking love my hair. I love it so much. I love a good, you know, a mane on a person. And I'm just like, now we're all lions and amazing. And like, look at our amazing hair. And so I love hair. I love hair care. I love my hair. I dye my own hair. I don't think I've been to a hairstylist in ages. I've cut my own hair. And so I was like, oh, I don't have anything on me to cut my hair with. So here's me in Alaska, kneeling at this edge of these rocks. Friggin', it's cold as shit. We're getting cold wind off the ocean. And I'm just sitting there, gnawing a piece of my hair off, like a chunk of my hair. And my friend is there with me, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you eating your hair? And I was like, I'm not, but I'm choosing not to set it on fire as a way of cutting off this chunk of hair, okay? And I was like, I'll fix it when we get to the hotel. And he was like, I'm so confused by you. Now, at this point, that friend of mine I'd already told him that I was pagan and was worshiping the Greek and Roman gods and all that shit. And I was like, I'm doing it to Hermes so we can make lots of money. And he's like, okay. And he was so sweet about it too. And he was like, did you do your prayer? When I got back in the car, I was like, you did your prayer? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, did you leave your offering? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's great. He's like, do you want to stop on the way back? And I was like, yeah. You know. And he's like, no, you're gonna leave the rock back here? And I was like, no, I'm gonna bring a rock from there to here. And he's like, I don't get this. And I was like, neither do I, bro. We're working off intuition here. there's no like, here is the thing that you should do to guarantee you make extra money. But I'll tell you what, I made $5,000 on that show in that one town, which is probably, I think the highest I've ever made at any show before then was maybe like $1,700. I made $5,000. Like, I made $5,000 in like one day, which was like insane. In one day, in one small town in fucking Alaska, and the next one I did a couple grand as well. I think I cleared over almost like $10,000 in that week, which, considering my sales for the year totaled to about 20 something, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And I was just like, every city we went to, I did an offering and a prayer to Hermes, and I think also for my business, I've also prayed to Hephaestus because I created the products that I sell. So it's a labor of love, and you know, Hermes and entrepreneur and traveling and all that, and it was just like 100% his domain. And it was one of the times that like I wouldn't say it strengthened or weakened or anything like that my faith, but it was one of those where I was like, this is really important. I have to make good money here, or I can't go up again. And it will have been because I've gone to a show and made nothing. I spent like, I think $3 or $4,000 going to Texas and made less than $500 on that trip. Like, sold less than $500 of merchandise on that trip for 3 days. And I was just like, it was so heartbreaking. And I was like, you know, as an entrepreneur, it's really hard. You can't take a lot of big hits. Wait, what happened? Now we have Aphrodite and Dionysus talking together on here. I don't know what happened, but apparently it turned into a... okay.
Why?
Both? I don't know what's happening here.
Okay.
But yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, thank you so much, and I was just so grateful. And it was it could have been a terrible experience. Maybe because there's no guarantee. And it was just one of those where I was so grateful for the gods listening and understanding, and like, you know, in Hellenism, we don't say just pray to the gods. There's actually a stone in the alphabet stones for divination that literally means, you know, the gods are here, but like they're not gonna move the cart for you. Like you have to do it. So I'm not saying that like the gods made people give me their money, but I am saying that like maybe they brought more people down my aisle than would have come before. Maybe they slowed somebody down. Maybe, you know, something, you know, do I think they gave me a leg up? Absolutely. And I really appreciated it because it was worth so much to me. And I feel like we haven't brought on the, we haven't mentioned doing anything at work as far as associated with the deities yet. So I thought that would be like a really good story. Because that was for like that was what I was doing full time at the time. And, ooh, I want that one. Wait. Ooh, I like this. I haven't seen this one before.
Wait, do you you have, actually, do that, yeah.
I have multiple hangovers, because I have, it's I think I have level 3 on my hangover.
Your dash, yeah.
Yep. And my special.
Yes, that's good.
I guess I'll take the Palm of Power.
Got stronger there.
But yeah, there's a lot that people can. I know a lot of people. Ooh, we get doubles. I like doubles.
Yeah. I like when they fight.
Yeah. I'm also gonna pick Zeus because I feel like Aphrodite's is the weakest boons for some reason.
Not that good, yeah.
But like, yeah, and there's very often I feel like, especially for those who have to practice incognito, devotional activities and also keeping your eyes out for opportunities in which you can, you know, covertly worship, and how to bring the gods into your everyday life, I think is one of the things that, oh my god, I think I actually did a speech on that once. I should look for that. I think it's a really great way to honor the gods, in a way that helps us feel like we're not walking through the world alone. Because I think that's where a lot of us get drained, and I think that's one of the reasons why so much of the ancient religions, and even today, a lot of religion is community. That's what it's there for a lot of people, and a sense of like, you know, you're not doing it alone. You know, someone's got your back. And I think that's particularly for a lot of people. I loved going to conferences and stuff. It was very financially risky for me, but I loved going to them. But, you know, I do not love my day job right now. And I'm sure that that's true for many people. That's a good question. I should require people to ask me questions too. And be like, you have to come in with one question for me. Well, can I escape this? No. Okay, I have to pick. So, but it is 12.
The last one's the only useful one.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I feel like either this one or static discharge, but after you dash before you know what? That's only happens if you dash before you get hit. This is any lightning effects.
Yeah, never mind. You should do that one.
I'm gonna take that. I feel
things about me, dearest, and they'll tell you in your dealings with me. Ample caution is in order.
You know, that's a good point. Ample caution is in order. I feel like people forget that Aphrodite is also a war goddess.
What'd you say?
This is the statement that she says in here. Aphrodite saying, they'll tell you in your dealings with me, ample caution is in order. And I was like,
yeah, her war aspect.
Yeah, she's got that war aspect, which is pretty funny because what was it? My day job right now is a caretaker, and my previous client, or one of my previous clients, she said that she was cool, and actively talked about religion. I remember having the conversation with her and being like, look, I don't mind this, but like you're very like Christian and I'm not, and like I have no problem because like this is really cool, and she had expressed interest in like mythologies and stuff. She told me that, and so I was like, oh, okay. But then when we actually got to it, she started being very oh, but like I just don't want you to go to hell. And I'm like, I'm not going to hell, I'm going to the underworld with my god.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, well, this, and I literally one day told her that I was like, listen, I have 3 war, I have like 2.5 like war gods on my side. I feel like I'm fine. I'll be fine, honey, don't worry. Like, because she was worried about at the time of my divorce and stuff, and I was like, don't worry, I have 3 war gods on my side. I'm pretty sure I'm fine. Like, and I always thought that was like really funny, because like I'll have those responses to people.
Oh, always fighting. It's just not like us at all, dearie.
I love the doubles. They're my favorites. All right, which one do you think? Well, one's called...
the aid.
I do like that one. I like that that I made. It did take me a long time to figure out that's what was happening, though. For the longest time, I thought that Aphrodite's boon did jack diddly shit for that one. And it took me forever to realize that one of them was fighting for me. I was like, oops, my bad. Yep, I'm just buying health.
I really like chaos in Hades.
I like chaos too, but I don't have the egg, so I'm not using the egg right now. I'm using something else. Which one am I using? I think it's this one, the Fated Persuasion, I think is what I'm using instead of the egg. But I like that better because the Well of Charon is, and also the making the boons rare and stuff.
Yeah.
Do we have any more money? We're gonna go collecting money in the name of Hermes, and then... Oh, I'd like to also note that there's also games that people can play. Not that I don't support opening your own Etsy store and trying to create passive forms of revenue, but because I totally do, because like praise Hermes. But also, if you don't want to go through all of that fucking trouble, there are many games that have financial aspects and many games about entrepreneurship or working different types of jobs and whatever, which you can play for Hermes as well. Because praise Hermes. But we're gonna leave off right now because it is 12, and I should probably figure out when in the hell we're gonna be doing some celebrations for the planetary alignment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on and letting me poke and prod at you about your practice. And
what'd you say?
Oh, I said thank you so much for coming on and letting me poke and prod at you about our practice. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the chat once again your Ko-Fi link for anyone who would like to hit you up on getting some divination, as we talked about your different types of divination that you do. And thanks so much for joining me, and you're always welcome.
Yeah, of course, this is great.